Coming up on Locally Louisiana, we've got details on the star-studded class for this year's Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. From Natchitoches to Baton Rouge, LSU's GOAT is returning to campus. Find out how Simone Augustus will be giving back to the Lady Tigers basketball team. Plus, in Acadiana, get your utensils ready for action. We've got details on how you can tantalize your taste buds in Lafayette. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's do this. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Your Views, Locally Louisiana, your go-to show for everything happening in the Pelican State. My name is Kaniqua, and I will be your guide as we explore the people, places, and things that make our state so special. Now, I hope you are staying cool in this heat and humidity. Hard to believe we just started the summer on the calendar because it feels like it's been summer since January. Speaking of the calendar, we have got a few to-dos and things to get into at the end of June. Take a look. Maybe we'll see you out there this summer. Now, was it Colonel Mustard in the library with the wrench? Or maybe Mrs. Peacock in the studio with the knife? You'll have to come out to the Singer Theater and find out yourself as Broadway across America presents Clue, a new comedy. Yes, this whodunit is inspired by the Hasbro board game, and it's based off the 1985 film, which is one of my favorites. And you'll get to see it live action from June 18th through the 23rd. Now take note, this is a murder mystery, and there will be some haze and smoke inside the Singer. Also, there will be a few gunshot sound effects, but I think it's gonna be great. And an added bonus, the Singer is usually nice and chilly inside if you catch my drift. So log on to neworleans.broadway.com for tickets and all of the info. Now, what if I told you that Louisiana's greatest all-time athletes were going to be in one place at the same time this summer? And you can drive up to see them and possibly go bowling with some of them. I am talking, of course, about the induction weekend for this year's class of the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. It all takes place in Natchitoches at the end of the month. Now take a look at this year's Hall of Fame class. Can we say stacked? Of course, the headliner is number 9 himself. Drew Brees is definitely headed to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but their rules state that he can't be inducted in canon until 2026. So the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame gets to induct him first. That's awesome. Now Lafayette's Daniel Cormier is also going into the Hall. He was a champion in both the light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions of the UFC. The Northside High product also won 3 state school wrestling championships and represented the U.S. 6 times in the world or Olympic stage. Simone Augustus is also being enshrined this month. And may I remind you of what people thought of Simone way back in high school? Check out this cover of Sports Illustrated asking if she was the next Michael Jordan. Well, she certainly did not disappoint, taking LSU to 3 straight Final Fours. After that, she was the #1 WNBA draft pick and ended up winning 4 titles. Did somebody say GOAT? Because I think she's the GOAT. More on Miss Augustus in just a moment. Taking it back to the Hall of Fame, if you're heading to Natchitoches, there's more to explore than just the museum and the induction ceremony. And to be clear, no, I was not kidding about bowling with some of the Hall of Famers. The big weekend actually starts on Thursday, June 20th, with the welcome reception and press conference. then wraps up on Saturday, June 22nd, with the induction ceremony. But in between, you can go to their awesome tailgating event on the Cane River or their bowling bash in my hometown of Alexandria. I mean, there's some costs involved with all of these events, but it's going to be a blast. So log on to lasportshall.com for all of the details. Okay, so let me talk a little bit more about Seimone Augustus. It's hard to overstate her impact at LSU. I mean, she got her own statue outside the PMAC in Baton Rouge, y'all. That is epic. Seimone's number 33 jersey was retired by the Tigers, and she was the first female athlete that honored that. Seimone meant a lot to LSU, and I mean, she still means a lot to LSU. And now she's coming back to LSU as an assistant coach for the Lady Tigers.
Even though it was long, it happened very quickly. It was over a course of maybe 2 or 3 weeks that we discussed, talked, and went through the process. And, you know, based on the other opportunities I had, she even said to herself, she was like, baby, you're gonna get more experience here than you're gonna get anywhere else. And it has been, you know, right away. I've only been here a few days and I'm right into it, just like everyone else, getting my elbows into it, getting right to the work.
Why did you ultimately, make the decision to come home? Why did you decide to do it?
Why not? I mean, it's home. I've been away for over 20 years. Obviously just coming in and out whenever I had time, throughout the seasons or whatever breaks that I had. But it was mostly about the opportunity. Like, coaching has continued to come back to me over time. I coached 2 years with the Sparks, and it was in more of an observation role. Like, I'm just kind of learning and growing, but not necessarily knowing if this was something that I wanted to do. I had 2 other opportunities with another sports league, Athletes Unlimited, that was more players-driven league, but you're coaching, not coaching. And I just remember having some conversations with some respected people in the coaching world, and I'm like, I think I want to do it, but I want to take some classes, or, you kind of want to feel your way into it. And they was like, the only way to do it is to do it. And so this opportunity presented the best situation for me to just gain experiences, to go out here, to learn, to grow, to fail, to succeed. And that's what coaches do. Coach Moki sits on the hot seat every day. I'm not on the hot seat, but, getting to see how it goes every day and see a team work together to accomplish a goal.
I can't even keep up with how many medals she has now and championships, but she still didn't get that one championship when she played on Mulkey, right? I'm gonna let her and Bob hear that till the day I retire.
Great food with a side of airfare for 2. Yes, it's literally a thing, and it's going down in Lafayette. The details when we come back. Now, summer is a great time to unwind and have fun, but it's also a great time to share your time and talent with others. Here's a couple of organizations that might need some volunteers this summer. I love food, and it's no secret that South Louisiana has the best food in the world. And if you're heading over to Acadiana, there is a special program in place to make sure you get to try all of the very best restaurants. The program is called Eat Lafayette. Eat Lafayette is a year-long celebration of Lafayette's local restaurants. Diners are treated to deals offered by some of the Eat Lafayette restaurants, as well as culinary events throughout the campaign. With locally owned eateries ranging from Cajun, Italian, Mediterranean, Asian, barbecue, and everything in between, you can be sure there's something for everyone's taste buds.
Eat Lafayette is a wonderful marketing campaign that we support all of our local restaurants to help bring in more customers. It started off as a summer campaign to help them during a period where it was a little bit slower, and we expanded it to a year-round marketing campaign where we spent over $50,000 marketing our local restaurants to our local audience to help bring in local customers. Creole, the Cajun, the flavor, the gumbos, the etouffees. We're talking about 50 to 100 local restaurants. The numbers are growing as we speak. We have some restaurants that have been here over 50, 50 years. So we really want to be a catalyst to support them, to help keep them in business, and really to share to the world our cuisine. We have some of the best food in the world. People can go to EatLafayette.com, register, and they'll get a link to a passport where they can check in at every restaurant they go to. And at the end of the summer campaign, they'll have the opportunity to win an all expenses paid vacation to Austin, Texas.
Want to get in on the fun? Well, it's simple. Check out LafayetteTravel.com/EatLafayette and start checking in for a chance to win. Up next, the film industry and how Louisiana teens get involved. We're going digital with the COOL Cooperative when we come back. All right, y'all, our next guest delves into the realm of television and film. The COOL Cooperative is a fantastic nonprofit dedicated to creating exceptional opportunities for middle school and high school students in the film industry. Joining me now is the Director of Curriculum, Elena Dunn. Elena, welcome to Locally Louisiana. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh
This is
man,
exciting.
it is so cool. Listen, I love everything that the COOL Cooperative does. Tell me a little bit more and tell the audience a little bit more about the COOL Cooperative and the students and their experiences.
Okay, well, it's a lot, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. The COOL Cooperative is a nonprofit, and we teach. If I'm simplifying it, we teach kids film skills, behind the scenes film skills, right? Because everybody wants to be an actor or a director, but they don't understand that a lot of the jobs and a lot of money is cameraman, sound guy, you know, all of that kind of stuff, or woman. So we focus on that, and we do that in a few different ways. We have our cohort where the students come to us, and it's more of a deep dive. And those are like Saturdays and after school programming. Then we go into the schools when we contract with schools, and we're basically an enrichment class. It's built into the program, and it hits all of the markers for state rules and everything. And then we also have our summer camp, which is dope because, I mean, our summer camp is, our kids make films all throughout the year where they lead it and they guide it, and they're practicing their skills by making documentaries. Like, because we just made a documentary about Opera Creole, which is really pretty cool. And we submit them to film festivals and stuff. But the summer camp is professional leads. So we'll have a professional director, a professional writer, a professional DP, and the kids are crew members, and they get real crew credit. It goes up on IMDb, and they get to be in their first job.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
That is super cool. I didn't know that it went that deep into the actual industry. That is incredible.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's our goal. The film industry is a massive industry, and it is it's a physical industry, right?
True,
so we make products, right?
Yes.
And it brings in a lot of money. So if we want to keep our kids with these skills and working, we have to prove to the rest of the industry that we are teaching our kids these skills they need to have. And so that we have a robust economy based off of the film industry here in Louisiana, not just New Orleans, all of Louisiana.
Right.
And that's the goal.
Wow, that's super impressive. Now, you did mention that they create everything from scratch. So they have their own independent films, and they're entered into independent film festivals.
Yeah.
Tell me kind of how that process goes, and how excited are they? Have they been viewed, and how does that work?
Well, yeah, it's a mixed bag, right? Like, of course they're excited, right? But the kids that are in the cohort are probably a little bit more excited than the kids who are just taking the enrichment class. However, that enrichment class, we've had kids jump into the cohort straight from that. We've had them move on to doing their own things. They love it. We were over at Alice Hart, we're in Easton, Moulton out in the East, and that was just this year. We had like 7 schools last year. And we premiered all of their movies. This year's premiere, it was like an hour slate of short films, and we premiered it at Gallier Hall with the help of a bunch of industry people. I got to throw their names out because I'll be in trouble if I do.
Please do.
You know, yeah, I'm going to miss some, but we had like MBS, obviously, because Second Line, that's where our offices are, and they're a huge support to us.
Yes.
Quixote was out there too, showing their major stuff, and then we had like Swaybox and Sound Hard, and so because it's a lot of them, plus the colleges, because the goal is that it is also an event where local people who work within the industry
Yes.
can also then go find other local people that are independent companies, so we can all support each other and have a supportive local industry. So next time we go through a strike, we have our own
Well, I
people
think
we can work with, you know?
I think the most important thing, too, piggybacking off of that, is to start with the people who live here, you know, the local people who know the area, who know kind of the go-to areas where we
Right.
can shoot, or things we could do on the fly, or if you want to go
Yeah.
guerrilla. So it's really cool to have people who are embedded in the state,
Right,
you know,
and
because
you know,
it's not just NOLA.
it's all about networking. It's
Yeah.
one of the things we teach the kids too. We make sure they understand networking and how to meet each other and all of that kind of stuff. And so when they're building, they're going to be networking with people in their
Yeah.
building, so that when I don't have them anymore,
Right.
they can take care of themselves.
Now, speaking of networking, a little birdie told me that an Oscar award winner came in to speak with the kids.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about
We had
who
more than
that
one.
was. Oh, more than one. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Well, tell us a little bit about who they were and how was that for the kids.
I think you're hinting at Hannah Beaker.
I am hinting at Hannah Beaker.
Well, first of all, she's an amazing woman.
Yes.
She's the first Black person to have won Oscar for production design.
Yes.
For the first Black Panther. She's
Yeah.
all about supporting locally and helping the, you know,
She
here.
really is.
She really is. And so, you know, they don't charge us. We just have these professionals come in and talk. And so she led a whole Saturday claess where she walked us
Wow.
through her entire project. I don't think I can say on camera which one.
I wouldn't say that. Definitely wouldn't.
But it's amazing, and the kids got to see all of this software that, you know, some of us have never heard of, and all of these things that they need to learn because it's the future.
Right.
Because that's the thing. The world is moving rapidly, right? The
Very
future
fast.
is very fast.
Especially with social media being
Right.
the major thing.
And
now.
all of this software and everything coming in and all of these things that are happening, which a lot of we're fighting and striking, all that stuff. But like all of this software, you got to learn how to use
Yeah.
so you don't get lost in the past. So when they come in and they talk about all of this new stuff that they're working on, we can then try to figure out ways, well, how do we get the kids introduced to this
And
stuff?
implement that into
so
their-
that exactly, so that they're not behind, because we focus on kids that don't normally get this kind of opportunity.
Right.
Right.
So we've talked about Academy Award winners coming in to speak, but are there any notable, I believe you mentioned a few, but notable studios or anything that the kids have worked on? I know you said some of the cohorts go into.
Yes, so we do field trips into sets, which is pretty
Wow.
cool. So we this year we went to Mayfair Witches, and they were amazing. We went into Leverage, and those people are like, I don't know if I can say anything on it. They're great.
S tier.
So we do a lot of that. We did like the day at the Capitol where our students go and they they got introduced to the house, and they got to talk and invite people to the film food stuff. So it's really cool. We're involved with everything. It's not small. It's actually big. And we partner with there are other programs.
Yeah.
Right? That
Wow.
teach. Yeah. So we partner with the other programs like the NOFF, which is the New Orleans Film Festival, NOVAC.
That's right.
Yeah. And so it's
That is so
NOTCF, and
cool.
I could just keep going, you know, but they're all really great, and they're all here, and people don't understand that. So, yeah.
So you were saying they work in tandem in the profession. Have any of them gone off to like actually in the industry and have had some careers or?
Well, we've been around for about 14 years.
14 years?
Yeah, I think
That's
I'm doing
amazing.
that right. Yeah. But we've had our different iterations. And
Yes.
so this current iteration, we're hitting a lot more kids. So we do have kids who have gotten into great colleges. Right? Yeah. So I'm not gonna go into that, but like we
Yes.
got, you
No,
know.
that's impressive.
And then we're hoping to move them into work. And we do have. It's funny because the DP on our new summer camp his first job was given to him by Kirby, which is one of our older executive directors, and he's coming back this summer to be the professional DP on the film with the kids.
Oh, that's
so it's kind of
cool. That is awesome. Well, that is super impressive. Okay, so tell us how a student, right? How a young one would be able to contact you guys, maybe apply to get into these programs, or bring it to their school so maybe their school can add it as their curriculum.
Well, to their school, they gotta ask their principals to come to us.
Of course, yeah.
But if they just want to join the cohort or the summer camp or any of that kind of stuff, it's thecoolcooperative.com. And we're the COOL Cooperative on Instagram, on Facebook, on all of that. And honestly, you just email us. We accept kids into the cohort in September and then again in January. We're full on summer camp because it's a very big camp.
But you do it every year,
We
right?
do it every
okay,
summer.
So do you accumulate a wait list for that maybe? So maybe they can come to you now for next year.
Camp's free, right? So we don't,
Nice.
camp's free and everybody 16 and up gets paid.
Okay.
So
Wow. They get paid.
Yeah. So we open up applications in roughly February or April, something like that, or March or April, and then just soon as it opens up, we go through there. It's like it's a 3-step process, but it's not hard.
I love it. Thank you so much. And I would love to have the kids come on and maybe we talk about them,
Maybe
or
we talk
even
about
have
them.
some of their short films. Would you guys like to see that? They're saying yes.
They're saying, yeah, they said yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
It was a pleasure, baby.
For a new challenge this summer? Well, I challenge you to check out the New Orleans Public Library's Summer Fun and Reading Challenge 2024. There are 3 ways you can sign up. Either visit your neighborhood library, register online at nolalibrary.beanstack.org, or use the Beanstack app. You can find that on the App Store or Google Play. Here's the thing, you can read books, you can have them read to you, or you can listen to audiobooks. It all counts in this contest. And there are prizes available, but hurry because this all wraps up on Friday, July 31st. Hey, that's a wrap on another amazing episode of Locally Louisiana. Hey, if you missed any of the episodes or you just crave a little bit more, we got you. Log into watch.yourview.com. I'll see you next time here on Locally Louisiana. Bye.